Hey, where's your,
Right?
Well, this is a borderline Transformers ripoff, but I suppose it's more realistic than the bike just appearing out of a cloud of smoke. While searching some unnamed city for Muten Roshi, Bulma gets a blip on her radar and realizes a Dragon Ball is in this nearby... Oh, hell no! Don't tell me that's supposed to be Kame House! They changed it from an island in the ocean to an island in a construction site? Did they actually think this was clever? Oh god, how much longer is this movie? I'm sorry I asked. So they break into not Kame House to look for the Dragon Ball, but Goku accidentally wakes up Chow Yun Fat. I guess it is Crouching Tiger Hidden Dragon Ball. Thinking the pair to be thieves, he attacks and they have a quick wire fu battle, which ends with Goku using something called the Shadow Crane Strike and inadvertently hitting Bulma.
Sorry.
Recognizing the technique, the man asks about his old pupil Gohan.
You are Master Roshi.
I am Muten Roshi, the Invincible!
My grandfather is dead. He was murdered. I will avenge him.
Ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's performance of Dragon Ball Evolution, the part of Goku will be played by a fucking robot. Goku tells Roshi that Piccolo has returned, and they need his Dragon Ball. While searching for it, Bulma finds some of his reading material.
Bikini Quarterly?
Oh, that's a collector's edition.
Well, at least I got his character right. But Goku finds the Dragon Ball first, and has yet another vision that doesn't tell us anything. Roshi believes the wish may be the only thing that can stop Piccolo, so he decides to join Goku and Bulma in the search for the Dragon Balls. Speaking of Piccolo, apparently he's found another Dragon Ball at the bottom. Oh god, enough of the slow-mo already!
Much easier to find without the water.
How did you find it with the water? Are you just going around drying up random lakes, hoping there's a Dragon Ball at the bottom? Come on, Piccolo, water conservation, we all have to do our part. So the trio leaves not Kame House to continue in their quest. Along the way, they somehow fail to notice a huge freaking hole in the ground and fall in. And don't ask me how Roshi is able to catch Bulma when she clearly went into the hole first. I know I said Dragon Ball didn't have to be realistic, but the laws of physics still have to apply to some extent. Fortunately, they're found by this guy, who offers to help them out.
Yamcha, at your service. I'm gonna need some payment.
Unfortunately, this is his trap, and his help doesn't come cheap.
Think it over, cause after the sun comes out, it's gonna be hot, hot, hot. Hot.
Wow, that sun is really hot. I swear to God, I did not edit that. First, Yamcha's talking about how hot the sun is gonna be, and the next thing we see is the middle of the night. Whose brilliant idea was that? While they're sitting in Yamcha's trap, Roshi tells Bulma and Goku the story of Piccolo and Ozaru that we already heard in the prologue. I guess this was for people who arrived at the theater late or something. But he adds one new detail.
In 2 days, the blood moon will eclipse the sun and bring forth Ozaru.
So, Ozaru is summoned by a solar eclipse. Not a full moon. Fuck this movie! Suddenly, Bulma gets another blip on the radar and says there's a Dragon Ball hidden underground.
Dragon Ball.
Enough games.
You didn't do that sooner because... Oh man, this hurts. So since the Dragon Ball is underground, and Yamcha has some digging tools with him, oh how goddamn convenient, Roshi works out a deal with him, and he joins him in their quest. Okay, we get it, next scene.
Well, I guess she hadn't robbed us. We wouldn't be able to get this Dragon Ball.
Well, everything happens for a reason, bro. Got that one from daytime TV.
I'm sorry, was there a joke in there somewhere? Eventually, the party locates the next Dragon Ball near a huge pool of lava. How far underground did they go? But before they can find a way to reach the Dragon Ball, they're attacked by Piccolo's minions. They have regenerative powers that make them very difficult to kill, but as tough as they aren't lava-proof. So Goku tosses them all into the lava pit, and by doing so, makes a bridge to the Dragon Ball. Once Goku reaches the Dragon Ball, we get yet another pointless vision. Afterwards, Goku decides to tell Master Roshi about these strange hallucinations.
They are showing you a future.
There's this demon.
Oh, you mean Piccolo?
Osaru, the destroyer.
At this point, Bulma points out that they don't have enough time to find the other Dragon Balls before the eclipse, so Roshi decides to switch to Plan B. This pretty much makes the first half of the movie entirely pointless. But to be fair, I don't expect the second half to be any better. So they travel to the city of Toisan, where Roshi tracks down his old master. He asks him to create a special containment vessel so he can use the Mafu Ba technique to magically imprison Piccolo, just as the Elders did 2,000 years ago. Winston reminds him that the Mafu Ba will most likely kill him, but it is a sacrifice Roshi is willing to make. If it gets me out of this movie, I welcome the sweet embrace of death. Meanwhile, there is a martial arts tournament going on in Toisan, and out of plot convenience, it involves Asian woman fighting Chi-Chi. During the fight, she manages to cut Chi-Chi's arm and gets a sample of her blood. I don't know where they're going with this, but I have a sneaky suspicion I'm not gonna like it. While waiting for the priest to prepare the containment vessel, Roshi tries to teach Goku the Kamehameha, which apparently involves an interpretive dance. Oh! Did he just hit himself in the Dragon Balls? Okay, no more ball jokes. Roshi lights a torch and tells Goku to practice by lighting the rest of them. He has a bit of difficulty, but Chi-Chi shows up to give him some incentive.
There are 5 unlit torches in this courtyard. You're 5 paces away from me. Every time you light a torch, you get to take 1 step closer to me.
What happens after I light all 5 torches?
I wouldn't expect much. It is a PG movie. Later that night, Bulma finds someone sneaking out of Goku's room and tries to apprehend her, but lowers her gun when she realizes it's Chi-Chi. Odd, considering they've never met on screen until now. Chi-Chi leaves as Yamcha shows up, can't blame her for that one, and they assume Goku is still in the room. But when he comes walking up a second later, Bulma pulls out the radar and realizes Chi-Chi has the Dragon Balls. Chi-Chi sets up a fire trap to prevent them from giving chase, but before she can escape, she runs into Chi-Chi.
Who the hell are you?
We later discover that the fake Chi-Chi is really Asian woman in disguise. So, she used a sample of Chi-Chi's blood to temporarily turn herself into a clone of Chi-Chi. Science? Goku jumps through the wall of fire and somehow comes through unscathed. He attacks who he thinks is the fake Chi-Chi, but he guesses wrong.
Oh, shh.
Oh, shh. You really wanted that PG rating, didn't you?
Wrong one.
So Asian woman escapes and leaves Goku to die. While he lies there, he has a vision of Grandpa Gohan, who tells him that it's not yet his time.
Your time, Goku.
You mean this movie's still not over? You're serious. He revived him with the Kamehameha. It's an attack, not a fucking defibrillator!